Thankful that you're here tuning in. I hope that you get tremendous value from this. Each day this week, I'm building up to the release of the latest podcast on Friday, Impact Driven Leader podcast, which I host and release every Friday. So this week during my coffee chat, I'm kind of building up to that. Yesterday, we talked about having conversational communication. Today, I want to focus on what are you saying or not saying? Our body language says much. They classic, picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, 1,000 words is a pretty long presentation. It takes several minutes. This couple minutes may only be a couple hundred words. And yet, each picture, what our body's saying, all the words that we're saying say so much more. Well, being in tune to that is very important, but there's also another flip on this. The stories we tell ourselves to fill in the cracks often hurt worse than the truth. It's my thought of the day. So when we don't share something, we're actually sharing something. When we don't tell people what's going on, they'll create their own story. See, it's the stories we tell ourselves. I was watching a show last night, and it said this about someone's past relationship. And I loved it. I took it away. It's my thought of the day today. Again, I'll reiterate it. It's the stories we tell ourselves to fill in the cracks often hurt much worse than the truth. It's I'm not going to say anything because the truth might hurt. Well, the reality is not saying anything creates all sorts of stories, a narrative where people start to actually create the worst. They tell themselves something that's far from the truth. Being honest with people, asking for grace, communicating actually invites people in to be a part of the solution instead of thinking you're against them. Don't give people a narrative to appease them. And at the same point, don't give people a narrative that could create something even worse. Invite them into the story, have the conversation with them, share with them really what's happening. People are going to appreciate and accept it way more than you realize. Hope you got value from this today. I love when you engage and you share and you interact. Let's have more of this conversation.